The old boss avoids the dross, and a defeat means another is lost. While those in white try to steal our shining light, another season of fantasy is now in sight. The good, the bad, and the ugly at Liverpool FC, the weekly update number 7. Roll the intro, Gareth. Welcome back, one and all, for the latest episode of the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly at Liverpool FC podcast, brought to you by the LFC File and, of course, myself, Ben Green, sunning myself eventually now here on holiday in France, and this is going to be the last of my, let's say, remote contributions for the time being. So thanks for coming along. Remember to like, subscribe, tell your friends, fam, and your buddies, and let's continue to grow this project together. So another quick one from my side. Let's start with the good, and it's debatable, this one, but I think overall it will be considered to be good, and that is news from the Echo this week. I've got their headline here. You can see Jürgen Klopp has already responded to FA about England job after Liverpool exit. England are looking for a new manager after Gareth Southgate announced that he will be leaving his role following Euro 2024, with Jürgen Klopp listed as a potential candidate. Well, basically, the article goes on to say that Klopp has already made it perfectly clear that he does not intend to take up the globally renowned poisoned chalice that is the England manager's job, and good for him too, because I think he's built up too much of a good reputation to throw it all away on something which is, let's say, as fickle as the England manager's post. Many are called, and frankly, none to date are chosen. So I think it's a good move from Mr. Klopp. Well done. Moving swiftly on to the bad, and this, I would say, is heading on from the last, from the good, is actually Gareth Southgate's resignation. I'm a bit saddened by that, not surprised, because I think he's taken a lot of, just a lot of flack, a lot of insults, a lot of grief, a lot of aggravation for a task, a job that he's actually done very well. And now, of course, there's lots of platitudes coming in. Oh, Gareth Southgate's done this and that and the other. It's no good now. This support should have been showed to him while he was the boss. So it's a shame that he's leaving now. After 8 years, I've got TalkSport here. You can see the headline: Gareth Southgate leaves England job after 8 years in charge following Euro 2024 final loss, with Eddie Howe and Graham Potter waiting in the wings. Personally, I don't think Eddie Howe would do any better, if at all. Graham Potter, potentially. Again, I'm not sure. I think Southgate's probably the best man for the job. But as we tend to do in the UK, we've royally shot ourselves in the foot and driven the man out. So, yeah, you get what you wish for. Well done, England. At the very least, I think Mr. Southgate should be remembered for the man who brought the decrepit and ancient thing that was called English football into the modern era, and he's led us to a couple of semi-finals and a final, which I haven't read any stat, but it's probably the first time in this last 8 years, the first time since certainly in my lifetime I can remember, and without going too far, I'm over 50, that I can recall England actually got to the last 4 or 2 of any bloody competition, let alone even flipping qualified on occasion, and for that we have to be grateful. But you know what they say, you never know what you got until it's gone. So personally, my thanks to Mr. Southgate, and all the very best for the future, and for putting up with a very fickle public that is the English football supporting base. But there you go, what can you do? We move on. And the ugly this week is news breaking, well, on social media anyway, that Real Madrid are potentially looking into signing Trent Alexander-Arnold, and that he appears to be interested. Apparently, this is according to Anything Liverpool. You can see their headline breaking: Real Madrid is getting concrete with Trent Alexander-Arnold. Trent is interested. There is a contact since month. Well, they missed the A there, but never mind. Yeah, it says at CF Bayern. Don't know what they got to do with it, but anyway, yeah, let's see. I couldn't see Trent leaving actually, but it hasn't gone without noticing that he has become very, very pally with Jude Bellingham, and who knows what he's discussed, away on these trips, when people are asked to sound various people out for various clubs, if you know what I mean. So it could be the two of them get on very well. They claim they're, very competitive and very, close and blah, 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 blah. Who knows? There's no smoke without fire. If it was to happen, it should be done this close season or the latest in January, because otherwise Mr. Alexander-Arnold will be out of contract next season. And I don't think this is a good position for the club to lose a player of his ability on a free transfer. It would be very sad. And I think for Trent Alexander-Arnold, I believe he owes the club a little bit more, and should sign a contract and maybe leave next summer. That would be the ideal scenario, in my opinion. Yes, an interesting development. And there is a second ugly this time around, and this is, I'm just going to have a quick look at this whole situation with Enzo Fernandez and his racist buddies in the Argentinian football club, and Wesley Fofana, his Chelsea teammate, has come out and said that Fernando is he's accused his teammate of uninhibited racism, as the Independent carries here. And we can see Chelsea's Wesley Fofana accused his teammate Enzo Fernandez of uninhibited racism, which I think is probably very true. Where it says Chelsea have opened an internal disciplinary procedure after Fernandez posted a video of Argentina players chanting on social media. This is, it's not the first and definitely won't be the last time. And I read the statement that Fernandez put out. This, I do not condone any kind of racism and blah, blah, I apologize. And this, you can see, is something which is just scripted, written from some PR guy. And frankly, he himself should record his own personal apology instead of sitting behind some frigging PR machine. Bullshit, frankly. But anyway, I don't expect Argentina or the Argentina FA to do a great deal about it, but never mind. I do hope I'll be proved wrong, but I doubt it very much anytime soon, unfortunately. And as is now customary with this broadcast, I will go over my fantasy football team for the opening game of the season, which will take place on the 16th of August. This is my initial team anyway. As you can see, I think it's fairly decent. Edison in goal. Trent, of course. Mo Salah, I think with his new haircut, he's going to dazzle a lot of defenders who will be massively confused that there isn't a big bush of hair coming towards them. Also, Cole Palmer, I think he's worth having in the team. I've got Bailey as well, who also hit a good vein of form last season. Richarlison and Watkins up front. Yep, I've not gone for the obvious Haaland 15 million use all your budget as captain scenario. I'm going to go with Salah, and hopefully he has a good game against Ipswich, or at least a better game than Haaland will against Chelsea. Let's see. Hopefully this turns out pretty well, but I think I might make one or two more changes before the season starts. But this is what I'm starting with at the moment. Maybe I'll change it next week, but this is what I'm looking at so far. And with that, guys and gals, thanks very much for stopping. I'm going to wrap it up there. Thanks very much for coming by as usual. I'm going to get myself down to the beach now and enjoy the last few days of this summer break, where the weather has actually turned out very nice, I have to say. Remember, like, subscribe, press the notification bell, and spread the word, and look after yourselves and one another until and beyond next week. Peace, guys. Your NFC file.